Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at MPC Adventures Park and Resort, created by MPC 18. So stay tuned, and let's check it out. Alright, this was sent in by one of our Discord advanced builders, MPC 18, and he says here, "Heyo, Johnny. I'm very happy to present my fourth theme park, MPC Adventures. This is the biggest park project with over 100,000 pieces. Discover 7 different themed areas, 9 coasters, and 3 water rides. It's important to ride the Temple of Arcanum at night. Hope you enjoy this creation, and now let the adventures begin. Best regards." Alright, advanced builder for MPC is certainly not right. Now, I do want to mention this to everybody who's watching that is a part of the Discord community. We do have a ranking form, and if you fill it out at the end of the month, me and the other admins go through it and we give out promotions. I definitely recommend doing it that way. The only other way that I do it is technically through the contests. So in order to give a promotion, your workshop has to be put in my face. I have stopped doing it in the videos, and I definitely think MPC is definitely an expert or even master level builder based off the amazing parks that we've seen in the past on the show from him. This is definitely the 4th or so theme park that I've featured of him. I think I still have a couple more in my inbox. So MPC, I know you're watching this. Please go check out the pinned messages in the announcements in Discord and give that workshop review form a fill out, as well as everybody else watching. All right, guys, enough of that. Let's begin the adventures in MPC Park and Resort. All right, here we are at the front entrance. I'm going to zoom out and give you guys a bird's eye view of the whole park. It is end-to-end absolutely gorgeous. FPS is taking a bit of a hit, so we're going on pause mode today with 0 guests in the park. Huge empty parking lot. We are the only ones allowed in the park today. So, a little unfortunate that we got to go on pause mode because there's a lot of fountains and beautiful stuff going on, but it's going to get less than 15 FPS if I don't. But let's go on in here and check out the beauty. Another amazing park from MPC here. Got the very Disneyland vibe coming through here. The row buildings. Absolutely love this. A ton of stunning details on these buildings here. Really good job. So, I'm going to zoom out again because as I was doing the cinematic shots, he said something about 7 themes, but he didn't mention which ones. So we have a Western over here, Caribbean back there. I think there's like a Viking or something going on over there, so that's 3. Then we have kind of like the Disneyland Main Street. That might count as a 4th. There's a Post-Apocalyptic Park, which I don't think I've ever seen before, so that's really interesting. Maybe once. But this is more elaborate than I've ever seen before. Then we have kind of like an Egyptian area, adventure kind of area. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should be a 7th one. Something might be going on over here. Realism? I don't know. Modern? There's a little bit of fantasy in the middle. Maybe that counts. Yeah, there's a tiny fantasy village. So we're going to go get lost in here. I'm gonna try and make my way around the park just clockwise, I suppose. So let's do it. Teddy gun. Alrighty. So we're going into the Post-Apocalyptic Zone first. Got some train crossings here. I really love this concept right now. In Discord, we have a little... We do the blueprint spotlights, and every 2 weeks we switch up the challenge. And right now the challenge is post-apocalyptic. So stay tuned for that in the next coming weeks, guys. If you want to see more destruction and overgrown cities like this, there's probably going to be a whole bunch of post-apocalyptic and destruction blueprints. So if you're looking to create a park like this, we're surely going to have a lot more blueprints to make that possible. I definitely love this. It kind of gives me the vibe of The Last of Us, more than it does Fallout. The Last of Us was like a destroyed afterworld kind of post-apocalyptic theme, but it was due to like a disease or something. I didn't really play it. I just seen people playing it and stuff, and it just definitely felt like it had that overgrown feel to it, rather than a nuclear Fallout that you would see in Fallout 4 or Wasteland or any of those kinds of games. I prefer the post-apocalyptic nuclear stuff, but it's certainly a lot harder to pull off, because I feel like with this kind of area here, you can kind of make just like modern or old town style buildings, and then you can cover them with a lot of moss, put a few boards on, little bits of rubble on top, and you're good to go. Whereas the Fallout kind of feel, it has to be like rebuilt from scratch. So you got to destroy something nice, and then you got to rebuild it up from the ground up using, you know, aluminum panels and things of that nature, and hodgepodge it all together. And it's quite difficult and tedious. So here we are at the kind of Egyptian area here. This is very nice. It's quite nice seeing how many different themes and takes we've seen from the Adventure DLC. A lot of it you can definitely recognize right away, but we've seen a ton of different variation. And this is really cool. This is definitely a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. Definitely has more of an Egyptian feel to it, doesn't it? It's got a little boat ride down there. We might give that one a go. The boat rides, I don't normally like to ride them unless they are kind of like a cinematic dark ride of some sort. If they're just a transport ride, it's kind of not as exciting. So, oh, we just passed through that area quite quickly. Did I look at everything? This coaster looks pretty darn awesome. Inverted. What's back here? So this is kind of like a staff area. Loading bays. I quite like that. Warehouses. This is very cool. Nice touches of realism there. And then we move on to the Viking Nordic area. I really love what people are doing with this stuff. It definitely has a really cool feel to it. That's a cool bridge for the coaster there over some rocks. I love the design of the buildings, and it themes so well having wooden coasters running and wrapping around these Nordic villages. I quite enjoy it. Wow. It's not oh, I was gonna say there's not a whole lot of room to explore. Just kind of stick to the path, go left or right to go on an attraction, and that's just about it. We're passing through these themed areas quite quickly. Oh, look at that ship there. This is a really beautiful vista point, I should say. Wow. Thor's Duel. And there's the train station. And then we go over into the Caribbean land. Tortuga. Ooh, I like this opening shot here with the coaster going above us. Very nice. Pirate stuff is one of the most underused themes in the game right now, and I definitely feel like when it is used, it can feel pretty generic. You know, you got your palm trees, your Caribbean buildings, like the standard buildings that you see here, and then the pirate ships, and you know, and all the assets thrown about. I would really like to see a little bit more stuff that takes you on an adventure. You know, a pirate adventure. Get lost in the jungles, have some coves in there, some loading bays, and then, you know, this is looking pretty cool. This is what I'm kind of looking for, hoping for, is going through all those unique caves, something like Goonies, you know, like lost treasure. I wanna go searching for something in a Caribbean pirate park. Make me wander and get lost in the jungle a little bit and venture outward. All right, the Wild West. Wild West. This is a very underrated theme too, because what was funny, we did the blueprint spotlight, and we got everybody to vote on what they wanted to do for blueprints, and Western was the #1 voted. And I assumed it was voted on because I felt like it was underused and most people wanted to give it a stab. So we did that challenge, and then when we uploaded the videos, nobody wanted to watch it. It's like people don't like Western. They don't, yeah, it's like they didn't want to watch it, but they wanted to build it, so I was getting mixed feelings. I think like the builders want to experiment with it, but they want a reason to. They don't just want to do Western because it's Western. And the viewers don't seem to care for it as much. It seems like just an undervalued theme, but I think it could be done quite well. As you see here, this is an amazing shot here and a great integration of the ride. And we saw one from Home Banner, I want to say it was, not too long ago. He did a gigantic mega park, Western park, and I thought that was one of the best ones I've ever seen. Lots of vibrant colors. Look at the shot here. I think Western, if done right, can be a lot of fun. And but I get the idea that if you don't do it right, it becomes very generic and boring. You need a lot of this interweaving, crazy rock work, bridges, and mine trains running throughout everything, explosions and bandits everywhere. I think this one is a very good representation. And then we got the little strip buildings for all the guests to go shopping at. I think this is a really cool Western area. And then we come over to here. The mine train interacting and weaving around the log flume. Beautiful rock work here. And lots of green, luscious colors. I think this is a very good representation of what can be done well with Western. But I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts are down in the description below. Because when I get a lot of Western coasters and park spotlights, but I don't know if that's something you guys are into, because I do feature them once in a while and it doesn't seem like people are interested in it, and then once in a while they pop off. So I get mixed feelings about Western, so I definitely do want to know your guys' thoughts about it. If you love it, if you don't, leave a message down below. Personally, I'm a little bit indifferent on it. I think it's somewhat boring unless it's done right, and here we're seeing it right now done properly, and it's absolutely breathtaking. So really good job on this one today, MPC. We've got a little show here. Oh my. That's very cool. All right. And it continues onward. The little outskirts of the village here. This is kind of cool. Oh. That's cool. Alrighty. And now we're going to the resort. Oh, we're back outside. Did I loop around the whole park already? I don't remember seeing the fantasy area. Let's jump back down to ground level. Try and find our way to the fantasy area. Okay, so here's the main street. I feel like the fantasy should be back here. Here we go. Ah. Twisted Knot. Shout out. Go check Twisted Knot out, guys, on YouTube. I'll put a link down in the description below if I remember, but it's Twisted Knot. If you just type it into YouTube, you'll definitely find it. He makes amazing cinematic Planet Coaster videos. Does a really good job at showcasing people's creations. It's all really good cinematography, highlight shots of people's parks and coasters. Definitely the best quality presentation videos for Planet Coaster on YouTube. Definitely go over to him and check him out and give him a subscribe, as his stuff is absolutely wonderful. And I think he's definitely an underrated YouTuber and could definitely use some more subscribers, guys. I like this little teacups building. Wow. Okay, that's the Fantasy Zone. We've made it all the way around the park. Recording says about 20 minutes minus the cinematics, so I would say about 15-minute tour. That's pretty good. Let's get riding some coasters. He said, how many coasters were there? Eight or something? So let's do it clockwise. Again, I'm really excited about this Post-Apocalyptic coaster. So we got a Cloud Runner. There's the stats if you guys want to see them, as well as the results. So here's a look at the water ride. It just kind of does a loop around the lake. I don't really think we need to ride that one. Let's skip that and move over to... Oh, I think this is the dark ride. He was suggesting we ride at night because it's in the building here. And let's pick some music. All right, guys, here's a look at the results. Let's jump on this. All right, very cool dark ride. Here's a look at the whole park at nighttime. Holy moly. Well, we still have it turned to night here. Take a peek at some of this. I don't know what it is about the red rocks. Everyone loves to cover them with orange lights. It's a little bit strange to me. It's a very colorful Caribbean area. It's kind of a spooky vibe in the Viking village. Very well lit. All right, next up, guys, we're going on the Cobra. Here's a look at the results, everybody, and let's jump on it. Great coaster design on this one. Very smooth. Quite like that. Alright, moving on. Oh, we got a wooden coaster. Let's do it. There's a look at the results. Definitely an action-packed wooden coaster. Love the hard banking on this one. Really good job. Alright, we do have a river rapids kind of wrapping around. Maybe we'll ride that one last. Kind of closing out the video. And we have a Cascade from the looks of it. Ooh. Cascade Pirate Coaster. I like that concept. Oh. It's quite a long one, too. There's that adventure pirate coaster that I was looking for. First, we're going to go on the Blackbeard, though. Wow. That looks amazing. So it's a Giga Rage. Yes. There's the stats. Let's give it a go. Really awesome Giga Coaster. Okay, let's check out this Cascade. Alrighty, here's a look at the stats. All right, I think this is a very good example of a Cascade done right. Mechanically, it's quite a good design. Using the log flume portion kind of as a little tour as you get out of the station, and then once you get up to the top of the lift, really using that momentum for as long as possible. I think it could have used a little splashdown here because you have a lift following it up after. So maybe what you could have done is had it splash down here and ride around the lake a little bit, come through here. I'm not quite sure, but definitely take advantage of that splash before another lift because it's out of momentum, hence the reason for a lift. And you don't really want to use the splashdown unless it's already losing momentum, because if you go straight from a lift into a splash, then you've lost all that momentum. But we get to the top of this lift, we get some more momentum use of that, and then a big splash here, and we get to enjoy this nice scenic ride and look at all the beautiful pirate stuff. And then we go up another lift and use all that momentum to get us back, splash, and log ride back in. So keep some notes on this, guys. I think this is how Cascade should be used. Lift, lots of track, and as it's running momentum, then you splash it down, take you on a scenic log flume tour, back to a lift, ride that coaster out some more, and then as it's running on momentum, splash it down again and bring it into the station. It's a really good Cascade in my opinion. So a really good job there. Wow, this looks crazy. Is this a kiddie coaster? There's a spinning ride. Oh boy. Let's give this a ride. Alright, that was quite chill. That's a fun little spinning coaster. Usually they're kind of like crazy and you're spinning around a lot. It was actually kind of relaxing. Okay. Ooh, we got some big ones over here. Log flume looks pretty darn good. A couple main drops here. Let's just take a peek inside here before... I don't know if I want to ride the log flume, but I do want to look at it here. Interacts with the coaster quite nicely. Channel 5 Gaming! Good thing I took a look. Now I feel bad for not riding the log flume. Thanks for the shout out there, MPC. The log flume looks great, for sure. But we get a good look at it there, and we'll see it from the mine train, hopefully. The mine train looks phenomenal. I feel like it's going to get some pretty good speeds on there. Let's take a look at this here. There's the stats. Only 50 miles per hour, roughly. Okay, I think we're going to ride the back of the train for this guy. Or should we... Actually, you know what? Let's do track view. Wow, some really phenomenal vistas on this coaster. Really love the scenery of the ride and the way it interweaves, and you've seen the other coasters go by. It's quite awesome. Definitely a really good, polished Western ride. All right, we are not done yet, guys. It looks like we still have one more coaster to go on here. And maybe even one in the middle. A little junior ride. Let's do the junior first. So look at the stats. And last but not least, we have the Magic Loop, the Deegan. It's kind of your traditional corkscrew coaster. Let's give it a ride. absolutely phenomenal work on this one today, MPC. Love the theming, love all the themed areas, and really great coasters throughout the entire park. My only feedback for you, MPC, would be that I've noticed this with all the parks that I've featured from you so far, is you don't ever hook up music to any of your coasters. This might be a design choice. A lot of coasters in real life don't have music attached to them. Some of them do, but I feel it's always nice that there's so many songs in the game and music choices that it's always fun to see someone, take the time to find the right song for the right coaster, and it does add a little bit more, audio stimulation while riding these. It definitely improves the spotlights. I always just kind of quickly grab my own song and attach it if there isn't one, but I don't think I am taking the time to pick the right song. So just that would be my only feedback to you. Very minor critique there, but another absolutely astonishing park creation from you here today. You definitely are knocking it out with these amazing mega parks, one after the other. Again, be sure to go check out the announcements in Discord and find that workshop review form. I'll definitely leap you from expert to master from advanced, because I think every single one of your parks so far, we've seen 4 of them now, are all masterful creations that put hundreds and hundreds of hours into these, and they are all phenomenal. And I think I even have another one from you that I want to feature soon. So there you go, guys. Be sure to stay to the end of the video and watch the pop-ups, and I'll have links to his other creations, and also stay tuned on the channel for more MPC park spotlights that should be coming up in the next couple weeks here. Boom. So really great job here today. I can't praise it enough. And there you go, everybody. That's going to do it for this episode of Park Spotlight. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. If you guys would like to support the show to keep it going, you could do so by becoming a patron. All right, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.